So let's talk about how to get lean if you're starting at 30% body fat. Sure, this can sound daunting, but whether you're looking for a 90-day body transformation or a 6 to 12 months overhaul, these 3 habits are going to help you transform your life. I've seen it work time and time again. Now, if you're waiting for me to sell you some miracle diet or some mysterious workout routine, I'm afraid you're in the wrong place. But if you're looking for habits that are going to make it a lot easier for you to get lean, then stick around. Habit number 3 is going to help you avoid the trap that most people fall for. Before we get into the habits, it goes without saying you have to have goals. Let's look at this systematic review which focused on 300 people quite closely. They wanted to understand what led to the people losing weight and actually keeping it off. As you can imagine, having goals played a huge part. The successful people didn't stop when they hit their goal weight. They kept setting new goals, even if they were small, like planning meals for the week ahead or deciding how many times to hit the gym. These small, continuous goals kept them on track and helped them maintain the habits that they developed. So even at the start of every week or every 2 weeks, it could be a focus point like more steps, better sleep, an extra workout, hitting a new PR in a gym. Whatever it is, keep having small milestones to hit. When you're setting your goals, I want you to think about your why. Why is this important to you? In my experience, this is crucial when you're at around 30% body fat because it's going to take you some time to get lean and there will be times where you want to quit, and your why will help keep you on track. In Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, he talks about real change happening when you connect your habits to your identity. Moving away from the outcome, the abs, the weight loss, a new wardrobe, instead focusing on the process and more importantly, the identity that drives the process. So when I decided I wanted to walk more, I focused on becoming the person that walks 12,000 steps a day. It wasn't just a goal, it became part of who I am. Jim Rohn said it best, it's not what you get, it's who you become. So here's my question to you. What's your why? Why do you want to get lean? Write it down and make it matter to you, and make sure it's deeper than just looking good. And then you can build your habits around your why. And when you do this, you'll find it much more motivating. And if you're thinking, Adam, oh, this is too easy, what's the point? Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. Every single small change you make, you're moving closer to the person that you want to become. Habit number 1, control your environment. Your environment is a strong predictor of whether you succeed or not. It shapes human behavior. If your environment is more disciplined, you'll rely less on willpower and discipline. Stop making what's already hard even harder. Your environment, both social and digital, can dictate your actions or inactions. You need to foster an environment that makes it easier for you to succeed. First, your social environment. One often quoted study looked at 12,000 people over 30 years. A shocking discovery: if your friend gains weight, there's a 57% chance you'll join them. If your sibling gets a little too friendly with the snack drawer, your odds of doing the same goes up by 40%. As the study title suggests, obesity can be a bit contagious. Then there's your digital environment, online articles, social media, the latest food fads. The content you consume online will influence what diet you try. You have to be critical of what you're reading and also what you're listening to. And I understand it's not your full-time job and you're busy, so it's tougher than ever. But look out for people promising secrets, quick fixes, false promises, and anything unsustainable. They usually talk in black and white and absolute. So here's what you can do. Take control. When I go food shopping, I generally avoid buying food that I'm more likely to overconsume. Crisps, chocolate, pastries, tubs of ice cream. I still buy ice cream, popcorn, and chocolates, but mainly in single serving packages. But if you feel like you won't be able to stick to one serving, just don't buy them altogether. And unfortunately, if you have friends in your life that are not supportive of your goals, and even worse, let's say they sabotage your efforts, distance yourself from them, or maybe slightly harsh, but just cut them out altogether. Here's how to set up your environment for success. Keep your fridge and cupboard stocked up with healthy and convenient foods. Keep a tall glass of water on your table or maybe a big bottle. If you find it very difficult to hit your step count and you want to walk more, maybe consider getting something like a walking pad. Before we get into habit number 2, let me know in the comment section below what habits have changed your life. Habit number 2, make it easier and more enjoyable. Now we're going to talk about something called temptation bundling. Basically, this is where you trick yourself into doing the things you hate by pairing them with the things you love. This is a concept that's been popularized by James Clear in Atomic Habits, which I thoroughly recommend reading. For me, just getting in steps used to be very challenging. I used to find it very boring to even walk around the block or even walk to the shops. So what I did was, when I wanted to walk more, I just paired that with an audiobook or a podcast. This made it so much easier for me to hit my step goals. Some of my clients will watch an episode of a Netflix series while they're doing cardio on a treadmill or on a bike. You're essentially giving yourself a reward for doing a habit that you need to do. So this helps you to rewire your brain to associate a habit with the reward. This makes it more enjoyable and you're actually more likely to do it. Try this yourself. Pair something you dread with something you love. Maybe you write a list of all the things you love doing and then all the things you need to do. Make it so in order to do the habits you want to do, and you already do, you need to do the habits that you need to do alongside. Think about ones you can realistically pair and watch how much easier it becomes. Habit number 3, building strong foundations. This is the trap that most people fall into. They try to optimize before they standardize. You need to make sure you standardize your habits. Consistency can only occur when you're doing something you can actually be consistent with. Stop looking at what other people are doing. Stop looking at their plans. Stop trying to imitate them in any way. Let's say you're hitting 3,000 steps, but you know you need to get to 10,000 steps. Don't try and jump straight to 10,000. That's going to feel overwhelming real fast. Let's say your goal is to resistance train 4 times a week and you're not currently doing any sessions. Let's try doing 2 30-minute sessions a week and then gradually build it up. Establish a solid foundation before you start to make things optimal. As James Clear says, our choices compound over time. You're either getting worse or you're getting better. The same goes for your diet. Don't try and become a calorie tracking wizard overnight. Start with simple things. Commit to eating at home. Commit to eating more vegetables with each meal. Commit to eating more protein. If you're constantly ordering takeaways, what you might do is you might try and replicate a dish that you particularly like. I've had clients do this before with quite a bit of success. With everything, whether it's sleep, diet, exercise, start with the basics and make them easier to do to begin with. Get consistent. And then once you've got into a routine and you feel ready, then start adding the extra stuff. Remember, every house is built on a strong foundation. So there you have it. 3 habits have helped me and my clients get lean. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions at all, or which habits resonated the most with you. If this is your first time here, click that subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.